What's going on, guys? Welcome to Dial Home Tech. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was reluctant into getting to the HomePod original speaker when Apple announced that. I held back a little bit, but when they announced the HomePod Mini, I figured that was my chance of getting into the Apple smart speaker game. And the best feature for me was the $99 price tag. At the $990 entry point, I felt like I had the safety I needed in order to get in there and explore some of the features that they had been raving about. Now I have it here with me some awesome features and tips from some of the YouTubers I watch, and I think you should check them out too. Now they gave out their favorite feature when it comes to their HomePod Mini usage, and I'm gonna share those tips especially with you. Alright, so the first tip comes from Brian over at Automate Your Life. Himself, like many of you out there, had a terrible experience trying to use the HomePod as a stereo accessory to your Apple TV. Now the fear of having those issues with software, connectivity, and so on and so forth are gone. The Apple HomePod Mini brings seamless connectivity between the two HomePods, allowing you to get super awesome quality stereo system sound to your Apple 4K TV. Brian mentioned that the experience that he had using those two HomePod Minis as a stereo speaker was fantastic. The audio quality was not just pretty awesome for a 2.0 system, but also the ability of seamless connecting to it and away from it using your phone in order to send the audio to that particular device was pretty simple and easy to use. Now the second tip I have comes from Chris over at HomeKit Geek. The ability to control your lights using local control with your HomePod Mini is one of his favorite features when it comes to this device. Now the cool thing about this feature is that your HomePod Mini becomes aware of the lights located in the vicinity and other smart devices as well. But when you ask to turn off a light like you would to your Google Home or your Amazon Echo device, you no longer need to ask to turn off the lights on that particular room specifically. You can just ask to turn off the lights or turn on the lights, and it'll automatically know which lights you're talking about. That message gets translated inside of the HomePod Mini using special bands that will deliver it to the device that it's trying to connect to, knowing exactly which lights to turn on or off based on the location of your HomePod Mini. Now if you've searched for HomeKit stuff online, I'm sure you've come across from my buddy Shane. Shane Watley talks specifically about a lot of HomeKit stuff, and one of his favorite features for the HomePod Mini was the ability to use Intercom. He said that particular feature was a game changer at his house. The ability to contact his family, whether he's inside of the house or outside, in order to announce dinner, his arrival, and other messages that they can take advantage of in case the person that's at the house doesn't have access to a phone is extremely valuable. He actually had the opportunity to call his daughter, ask them to come downstairs if he doesn't want to go upstairs. So there are many things you can do by just broadcasting that message using the Intercom feature. Broadcasting messages can be a pretty awesome thing to do. The yelling days from the kitchen to the upstairs bedroom are gone. I can vouch for that. The next tip comes from Eric over at Modern Day Tech. I really dislike the fact when I try to turn a light on or off or start up a particular smart device and there is a huge delay between my command and when the device shuts off, turns on, and so on and so forth. Now, his favorite feature about the HomePod Mini comes in the form of Thread. Thread is nothing more than the ability to string devices across the network as they spin across your landscape. So if you have a smart bulb that sits really far from your Wi-Fi endpoint, there's a chance that particular bulb would take a little longer or it would take a while to turn on or off when you issue the command. What Thread does is that devices that are placed between the Wi-Fi point and that end device can actually act as a bridge, allowing that communication to remain strong, so there is virtual or very little delay when a command is issued from one point to another. Now my favorite feature when it comes to the HomePod Mini has really changed a lot of things around here. Back in the day when we used to go into the office, I used to be listening to music at my smart speaker in the kitchen or in the living room, and then when I'm about to run out of the house, grabbing my coffee, trying to get out, I would have to stop my music, get to the car, restart my music, and so on and so forth. Now with the music handoff from the HomePod Mini, you no longer have to do that. By just simply tapping your phone to the HomePod Mini, the handoff happens seamless. The music goes from your phone to the HomePod or from the HomePod to your phone with a simple touch. Everything happens pretty automagically, if you know what I mean. It's an awesome feature that really allows you to continue that listening experience, whether you're listening to music or your podcast, and be able to hand off between your phone and your smart speaker at home when you're in a hurry or just getting home. In the subject of HomePod Mini and HomeKit, one of the best use cases I've had has been using a door lock with HomeKit because it's so secure. There's a video right here you should watch in order to get that solution for your HomePod Mini and HomeKit set up at home. I'm gonna leave a link in my description to all of these awesome creators and you should totally check them out. These guys rock. And this about wraps it up for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm Dial. See ya.